Well, here we are at 116 MacDougal Street on a beautiful December 15th night. And seeing you all down here in this great old cave is, yay, barely out of sight. So nice to be back in the village again. All I can do every time I'm here is say amen. Thank all of you for coming out tonight on this beautiful eve and giving us a reprieve, because Adam and I drove all the way from Philadelphia last night and spent the whole night in Bushwick, Brooklyn, USA. We were afraid if we went during the daytime, we'd get here too late to play. So after a relaxing evening on Broadway with this elevated train rumbling all night, I had at least 45 minutes of sleep, and I got up and I said, man, now I feel all right. Because I was energized by those trains roaring by and Adam's cat jumping up on the place that was high and leaping on the bed and waking me up every minute, don't you know? And I said, well, I guess MacDougal Street's the place to go, so that cat's just another cat like I am, just rapping away as a musical cat to give me some inspiration right now. And here we are on MacDougal Street, and all of you, we managed to come out on this Saturday night somehow. So we want to thank Bob Quarko, because Bob's granddad loved Jack's work as well. And when Jack would come around and hang out at the folk scene, he always was welcome, and he always had a story he would tell. Now, people don't associate the so-called Beat Generation with the folk scene or any other type of scene, you know what I mean? But actually, all of us hung out with each other, and we never cared where anyone was supposed to have been. It was just a thing of a community sense of spontaneity, and that's something that's human and universal, don't you know? You don't have to be part of any generation except your own moment in time, because that's the only place you want to go. Inside yourself and then away from yourself to hang out at the great University of Hangoutology. And the way to enroll in that to get the tuition is just to tap into your own spontaneity. Now, people who rhyme compulsively like this are usually taken away to St. Elizabeth's for being certifiably crazy. So I'll knock it off before you take me away too and say that's the introduction of the December 15th version of Pull My Daisy. Pull my daisy, tip my cup. All my doors are open. Hop my heart for coconuts. All my eggs are broken. Hop my heart song, heart my life. Sarah's hold me steady. Hit my angel's heart my life. Lay on the needy. Hop my heart song, heart my life. Sarah's hold me steady. Hit my angel's heart my life. Lay on the needy. Well, when Jack and Neil and Alan and I wrote the song way back in 1959, never thought that all these years later we'd be here on MacDougal Street with all of you feeling so fine. So we hope that you enjoyed the night as well. We're so glad that we could quell all negative feelings that come our way and try and do it the spontaneous way. And all of you can be creative too. That's what we hope the message will go through. Not too much for that I've got to say. We're gonna hear another solo this cat can really play. Took my cup, all the doors are open. Hop my hop for coconuts, all my eggs are broken. Hop my heart's on heart, my life, sorrows hold me steady. Hip my angel heart, my life, lay it on the lady. Hop my heart's on heart, my life, sorrows hold me steady. Hip my angel heart, my life, lay a day. That's the way they used to scat sing right here on MacDougal Street a long time ago, way back in 1943. And Jack, who was a great football player in Lowell, Massachusetts, his hometown, had a premonition if he stayed here all the time, something else in his life would be going down. And his father, Leo, who only spoke French to him at home, had the same impression, so he said, Mon cher Jacques, si tu restes ici alors toute la vie, tu restes comme ta mère et travailler tout le temps dans une factory. Which meant you better get out of town, man, or you're going to end up working in a factory like your mother did all of your life. And you're going to be a drag if you ever get married someday, because you'll be probably even broker than your wife. So Jack, in his final year at high school, being such a good student and having an A average and having read almost every book in the library in Lowell, Massachusetts each and every day, got accepted to prestigious Horace Mann and split the Lowell scene and went away. And after 1 year, because of also being such a good scholar, top dollar style, as well as a great football player, got a football scholarship to Columbia U. And the third week in practice, broke his leg, was too proud to beg. The great coach knew little and didn't really know what to do. So he dropped out of academia, went out to sea, and got all types of jobs, anything as long as he didn't have to work in another factory. And finally, after 7 years of rejection and no inspection, his gigantic scroll version of On the Road was about to be published someday. And fortunately for the history of literature, the first string critic, Mr. Uptightness himself, Orville Prescott, because it was the summer months, was on vacation up playing tennis in his beautiful white outfit, and he was away. So they got a cat that used to hang right out here on this very block of MacDougal Street named Gilbert Milstein, the 3rd Street critic, who knew what was happening and understood that Dostoevsky, Jack, Rembrandt, Charlie Parker, and so many others were all related by excellence, purity of intent, and an exquisite choice of notes or words. So Gilbert Milstein gave it a phenomenally good review. And all the parents had worked 2 day jobs so that their son or daughter could be the next Mr. or Ms. Big in literature, and snub and dump when everybody was so upset that they didn't know what to do. And then Truman Capote, in his white coat, even though he'd written 2 of the most beautiful books of the 20th century with his pathological jealousy, went on television and said it wasn't writing, it was typing. And now Truman, in the same white coat in the great TV show In the Sky, is still there, in spite of Seymour Hoffman's Oscar-winning impersonation of him in the movie, complaining and griping. So for everyone here, whether or not you believe in Santa Claus suits as the costume of the day, forget about fashion and go your own very, very special way. You don't have to be jealous of anybody. If you are, just try harder yourself for what you do. Because that's all that Jack wanted anybody to do before his life was through. So in the interest of spontaneity, let's all pull our daisies.